How about now? All right, we're back.
Give us a thumbs up, hopefully.
I mean, who knows anymore? This thing is crazy.
This thing is crazy.
There's a million things plugged in. I don't know what's happening, what's working, what's not.
If you can hear us, give us a thumbs up. Hopefully it's a thumbs up. This is gonna be good. Is there a way for me to see who's here?
I don't know. This thing.
Good morning, Kel.
Morning, Kelly.
We were having technical difficulties. Can you hear?
So strange. That's
right?
Not like us at all.
No. Can you hear us? Would you? Hello, T. All right. Can you guys hear us?
Morning. Oh, you can see
great.
and hear. All right.
Great.
Sound quality okay. Good morning.
Nice.
Thanks, everybody.
Good morning, Megan.
Hi. I do not know what is going on over here.
Okay. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Claire. We're back. We're here. Okay.
Ooh,
Happy
I'm
Thanksgiving.
sweating. Happy Thanksgiving.
That was stressful.
I'm like,
we tried this like new.
We
have this cool new mic situation because of this project we're working on, and but thanks for figuring it out. That's
well,
awesome.
I mean, I made one last minute decision right before the we started, and I was like, well, not even that. I was like, it's gonna be so much easier. It's gonna save us so much time because we just plug this in over there, plug it in down there, bada boom, and then I changed a setting on the YouTube live, and everything, as you could not hear, quickly went to shit. So I apologize about that. It's kind of funny though that this leads into our topic of the day pretty quickly, just pretty effortlessly. Oh, cool! Thanks, Gerbrant. That's a great name, Gerbrant Radmeyer. I'm not sure I pronounced it right, but it looks cool, and I bet filling out a Scantron was very hard. And thanks, T. Okay, so today you came up with a great topic, and I am.
You want to dive into it?
I would love to.
Okay, so we only have about 25 more minutes with you guys, but we want to make this really, use our time wisely. So, like we said, we're in a new place. We're working on this project we're very excited about. Mm-hmm. It's been very stressful. Like very stressful. And I will tell you that the majority of the stress is on this one. For this project, depending on what's going on in your life, one partner is going to be a little more stressed than the other. And so I wanted to talk about how to be there for your partner in a stressful time.
This is a very important part of love. And I am so happy that we're talking about this because it definitely shakes back and forth. And there have been times that we've talked about a lot on the channel. I keep looking down here as if.
I know. Well, because the comments are down here. I know. I feel like we're looking at your faces, even though we're just looking at your names.
I'm going to do this real quick and just lighten it up a little.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Ooh, look at that. That's too bright. Sorry.
Too bright.
Either way.
So, and honestly, this is a great time too, especially because the holidays do bring up a lot of emotions.
Yes.
The stress is always high. I don't care who you are. It is high in some capacity. Emotions are elevated, right? And how can we be there for our partners? Sometimes family is a lot. Sometimes financial things come up during the holidays. That can be stressful. Jobs are stressful. Not having a job is stressful.
Especially in 2020. 2020 is very stressful on top of the regular, the holidays in general are stressful. Add that to 2020, there's going to be extra stress. There's going to be extra levels of things. A lot of people are unemployed, or even if you are employed, say you have kids, then maybe you have to do, in-home schooling, remote learning, and do your job, and you're trying to figure that there's so many other elements. So this is definitely a year that is a great test and a great testing time for us to go, okay, how do I be there for my partner? And that's what we want to talk about today.
I will say that the last, week or so has been really, we've done this back and forth. Being good partners to each other a lot, because I was going through a little bit of a personal thing, and was very, very overwhelmed. And emotionally stressed out. And this one was like above and beyond there for me, even though you were also very stressed out about this project we're doing, because the majority of like the technicalities of it, you know how good I am with the technical stuff, and you're dealing with it. And
I'm so good. You guys saw how the sound went already.
On top of that, you were helping and there for me, but you were like, okay, I need to see you through this. And so you were like, how can I take everything off of your plate for, a little bit of time, be there for you. Let me not add to the plate, And so I just wanted to talk about like the things that we can do for our partners or friends or whoever that, is in your life that you love. How can we be there for them when they're stressed? I think the first thing is identify and acknowledge that they're stressed out, that they have either a lot on their plate or the situation is tough or whatever it is. Acknowledge it and do it gently. Don't just be like, well, I think it's look really, rough today. What, like
that. I have never understood why people do. Has this ever happened to you where you go to work or you are just out or you're with friends and they're like, are you okay? You look tired. Or are you feeling okay? You look sick.
I hate that. Yeah.
I feel great. Because the worst thing is sometimes you go in and you're like, you feel good.
Oh yeah.
But you're just quiet and they're like, you look kind of sick. Are you okay? What?
Right.
Now I feel pretty bad. Like that sucks.
Right.
But don't approach it like that. And I think more importantly, the identifying it for yourself. Like, I don't have to necessarily talk to you about the situation that we were in for me to know that you need help with that.
Right.
I've seen it happen enough. I've watched it happen.
But how do you, I think it comes back to self-awareness first off, and then awareness of your partner, really paying attention to them, really listening, really paying attention to those subtle cues that, oh my gosh, they're struggling, because they may not come out and like say it, exactly what's happening, but like paying attention to those little things and how you can be there for them.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, definitely. Sorry, I lost my train.
I was like, I was following the train.
I was like, my brain just went
shutting down.
Shut down immediately. I think that the important thing is first step is you identifying that there is something that needs to, that they need help with. Mm-hmm. Second step is approaching them in a positive, helpful way to say, what can I do? And sometimes that what can I do, that's, I guess what I was saying is sometimes the what can I do is not as necessary as just doing the things you already know.
Right.
There's a lot of times where we say, well, what, if you need anything, is there something I can do? Then that's just adding to their stress.
Right. But what you can do, what we all know we can do is take the simple things off of their plate.
Yes.
Right. So if you can make dinner, if you can, clean up, if you can, whatever those things are, just lighten their load for them. I think that's just being a good partner in general. But yeah, like the things that for sure you can take care of them.
Yeah, it's
without asking.
It's a very simple thing, and I think that part of it gets overlooked because we want to get into the minutia of kind of this culture that we've been taught and that we've kind of definitely built into social media. My God, nobody does anything good without making sure they share it.
Right.
Without making sure that how good they are because they did something good. I'm going to post it in my
stories. And
I'm going to tell you everything about everything good. Now, this is not to demonize social media more than it is. This is to talk about in relationships. We do that. I talked about in our 1, 2, 3 rule video, one of our first videos, I talked about the fact that when I passed the vacuum, I was like, right? How great am I? Look what I did for you. And that's not it. This weekend, I'm sure there were a million things that I did that I didn't mean to do because I was just, I'm just helping you out. You have been taking care of me all day and for the last 2 days of figuring out because I'm trying to deal with,
but I haven't
this place looks like a mess. There are just boxes of electronic equipment and stuff
But the thing is, I know I cannot help you with these things.
That part.
So I know that the things I can do is make sure that the girls are good. They don't need anything. Make sure that you are fed. Make sure that your underwear is laid out for whatever you need. I'm like, how can I help you think less about the things that I could take care of?
Yeah.
And let you do your work.
Yeah.
You know, because I think just knowing that you are supported might make it easier.
It does.
And I know for sure it makes it easier for me. Like, I know you always have my back when I am like not thinking clearly for those little things.
Yeah. You know that feeling when you get scatterbrained because there's so much on your plate and you're like, okay, I just need to, you know, we talk about this all the time within relationships. I just need to sit down and write everything out, whether it's your to-do list or your love list or whatever it is. Like this, I need to just get these thoughts out and look at them. Sometimes I don't have even time for that.
Right.
Did the sound just go away?
Oh, the microphone is not blinking.
That is very strange. Hello.
Hello.
You guys got us? Hard to communicate sometimes when your partner won't open up about what's on their mind, on what's bothering them. That is very, very true. Okay, cool. You guys can hear us.
Oh, great. Great.
We're going to go back to the comments in a second. I love that. It is very hard. And we're going to talk about that. Well, actually right now, that is a hard thing. But I think when you're close to your partner, there is something that you can't always know everything that's going on in their heads. And we have that conversation all the time of being like sometimes even we are like, I don't know what's going on in your head. And sometimes you get so close to your partner and you've been in this relationship for so long that you forget that you don't know everything about them and that they don't know what you're thinking. And I think that is right. That's one of those times where you can gently nudge in a loving and positive way and be like, what can I help you with? Literally right before this, I was in 2 meetings. I couldn't sleep last night because I was thinking about this. I was trying to get all of this stuff lined up as one final check. And then I had to shower and I forgot that I also have another project that I'm doing right after this before we start the final project for the day.
Right.
And I was in the shower trimming my beard, which thank you to everybody who made comments about that. It was very sweet. Trimming it up because I had an audition. I had like a mustache yesterday. Right. So I was like, can't have this anymore. And I'm trimming that up.
Filming this commercial thing today. You're like, oh my gosh.
And I'm like trying to blow dry my hair. And she just comes in and goes, what can I set out for you? What clothes are you going to wear? And I was like, underwear, socks, my swishy pants, and my gray sweater. And I didn't even have to think about it. And that was such an awesome, like little thing. It's such a small thing, but that helped me not then panic more. And during that time, I also, and this is a very small thing, but I felt an amount of comfort and chill, relaxation and love that came from you loving me in such a small, minute way. It does not have to be those huge things. Sometimes I wasn't communicating before that. She just came in and was like, I know he is super fucking stressed. He is freaking the fuck out and blow drying his hair on like super high and just trying to like put socks on with a blow dryer in his hair. Like,
but it's just, I think we're all very intuitive, right? But we have to tap into that. And it takes a little bit of exercising to do that. It's a muscle, right? To use your intuition. But if you can just pay attention to what would he do? Like if your partner is in a rush, right? And they're rushing to work, like what, the things they're going to do, for you, it's like, you probably just worked out. You need to drink like some kind of protein. You got to, get your underwear. And at least I know the basic underwear and socks could be laid out.
She does make me wear underwear. Like, that was not a big thing when we
whatever met. It is, like, I don't know, just, the basic things. And I think though, too, going back to what Finley was talking about, sometimes people don't feel comfortable opening up because it's almost more work to share what's going on. But if we can sort of adjust our way of being there for them, and maybe it's verbal cues, maybe it's nonverbal cues, I don't know, but just letting them know gently, hey, you don't even really have to dive into it, but I know you're super busy right now. Maybe don't even use the word stressed because that might even invoke something, but I know you got a lot on your plate. Like, would you like me to make this for dinner? Or would you like me to be there? Or like, how, is there anything I can,
is there anything you want to talk about?
Yeah.
It can literally be that. And Finley, I didn't realize that was you.
it's just giving that a gentle nudge, because I think it takes trust also to let someone help you, and that's something that we really need to cultivate in our relationships.
Also, don't forget that a lot of times who we are in relationships sometimes has been just who we have been for a long time. And that any pattern of not sharing, even if you meet your soulmate, even if you have, you're married, you have children, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have worked out all of the kinks, right? That's,
I promise you're forever working out the kinks.
Yeah,
because as
just
you
so you know,
grow
you definitely
and
have
change together,
right.
That will also have to be.
But like when we met, I did not openly share honestly.
Yes.
That was not a big thing for me. I was like, no, I'll share. Okay, this is what I want to share, but I don't want to tell her this. So I'm going to say this, and it's going to, in a roundabout way, kind of be the same thing. It was, so there were so many things built into me that were, I want to get around the truth. And that took a long time of us in small things and big fights. Like, she made it very apparent to me, that's not something I'm accepting. Like, that's not something I want for my life. That was a kind of non-starter. So
yeah, well, I need to know. I need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And also, I wasn't good at letting you know that I needed help. That's true. You weren't good at, I guess, picking up that I needed help, but I didn't say anything because I wanted to pretend that I was Superwoman. Yeah. So I think these are things that like are normal, you guys. Yeah. It's fully normal.
100%.
But it is something we need to go through and navigate through, because it is, again, and I wrote this down because obviously I have to write things down now.
Out of post, we literally ran out of post-it notes.
I'm like writing on this piece of paper in 75 ways. But this is so important. It's so important to be there for your partner in stressful times, because it just galvanizes you. So
that's the what of it. But as we always say, what and why. The why it is so important is because of that same thing we always go back to, which is communication and self-awareness. To strengthen your relationship, you have to be aware of what's going on in it. And when you're aware, if you're aware that your partner is having problems of any sort or stressed of any sort, and you choose to actively not be there, that is shitty. That's just
right.
Boo.
And you also have to know, though, that they may not let you in right away. So you have to do your best to like gently nudge the door open, or, gently just prove to them that you are there for them without being intrusive.
We always tend to, I'm so sorry to cut you off.
Oh, yeah.
I like this, gently nudge the door open. You gently nudge at the door, and maybe it budges a little, and then maybe one day you realize it's wide open, and that's great. And sometimes you knock and the door is locked. And you're like, so you knock for a while and you're being sweet, and then eventually there comes a time where you just kind of have to break that door down, or be like, hey, when you open this door, I will not be here.
Yeah.
And that's the hard thing. The hard thing is accepting that there are times where we just have to put ourselves and the rest of our lives before the comfort of just saying, well, I'm still married, or I'm still in this relationship, or I still have a partner.
Yeah.
I know, again, easier said than done, as most of the stuff that we talk about is, but we've done it too. And I promise it's worth it. It is definitely worth it.
Trust that there may be tears, lots of them.
There will definitely be tears. Well, it's discomfort, right? Discomfort is a part of growth. So if you're always comfortable, something right.
Right. Well, you only grow under pressure.
Yeah.
Like a lobster, right?
Like a lobster.
Did we talk about the lobster?
Yeah.
I think we did. Look it up if you don't know what we're talking about. We won't get into it.
Yeah. Like it just, it's the uncomfortable situations where we grow. Comfort is not what helps us grow. So we have, why is it so important? How to be there for them. We kind of talked about a little bit. Pay attention and listen. I think listen. We kind of said pay attention, being aware, but paying attention to little cues.
Yeah.
Like when they get quiet, not just being like, what's wrong with you today?
Right.
But actually,
like be there for them. Sometimes we handle the people we love most with like, you know, we don't handle them gently.
No.
We think they can take it. We don't exactly.
We're like, but I love you.
You know that. I love you, so I can
get over it.
You know, I don't have to talk to you, whatever. And I don't think that doesn't allow for like me to feel comfortable and safe to share with you.
Yes.
So know that going in.
Yeah. But paying attention to those things and listening. And I am so excited for our Thursday video. Listening is going to be a big part of that one, paying attention and listening.
This is going to be a good one.
But yeah, it's just, this is so important. It's such an important thing. Listen to the things that your partner says, because they will tell you a lot of times what's stressing them out. They may not say the moment that it's actually stressing them out, the moment they're in like the thick of it, and you know, the eye of the tornado, as it were. In the eye of the tornado is the part where it's calm, right? In the very center of the storm. They may be quiet at that point, but leading up to it, they may mention it a couple of times. They may just get different around when you mention certain things. Like, you can start to notice those things and those patterns. And if you then, again, gently bring it up or find a way in or find a way to help them, I think of it a lot like gift giving. Yeah. Like, you can find a way to help somebody if you pay attention and listen enough. You can give a good gift if you pay attention and listen enough. Yes. I don't want to go into more of that because
you got to wait, Phil.
You got to wait for Thursday.
But one last thing I did want to say is sometimes there have been times where I can't even really get to the bottom of why I am stressed out. It just feels like life is too much. And we've all been there sometimes. Yeah. And there have been times where you're like, I don't know how to help her. I've seen you do this. And so I'll come home from work or whatever, and there'll be a little card on my bed. And he'll have just written me a note and he'll be like, hey, I don't really know what's going on, but I just want to tell you that I'm so proud of you. And I'm proud of all the things you do. And I'm so grateful for, you know, all the things you do for this family. And it means a lot to me. And I love you. And so, I mean, that just changes the whole world, right? Like, it makes you feel a million times better. It gives me a sense of power again. Like, I can get through whatever I'm going. I have a great partner who loves me, may not know exactly what's going on, but now you knocked on the door a little bit, and I'm going to be like, you know what, let's talk about it. Yeah. You know, and it's just those tiny things. It's little gestures. You may not know what to do, but it's in those tiny gestures. Even if you're not good with your words just yet, maybe a cupcake, you know?
Absolutely. No, seriously. Absolutely. I love that. However, this is also something that you can do for yourself. This is not just for relationships. And I know this is going to seem silly, but I guarantee you that this will be, try this out. When you are either at work or you leave for work or you whatever in the morning, if you're in two different places, write yourself a note. And just say something nice to yourself, something that is you genuinely from the bottom of your heart that you mean about yourself. Put it somewhere that you know, in your nightstand where you know you're going to look at it later, or in the kitchen or on the bed or wherever it is. Just write yourself a note. And then you're going to forget about it over the course of the day. And you're going to lay down and put your hand under the pillow and realize, and you're going to look at that note and go, fuck me. Like, yes, I wrote this, but whatever that is, it's a nice little thing. It's a nice little reminder. Hey, I kind of forgot that that's something that I love about myself, or that's something that I made it through. Don't forget that when you go through hard times, getting through them, surviving them is also a commendable thing. Like you can love yourself for that. Just you were strong enough to make it through. So sometimes,
and in turn, I mean, that does help stressful times. I mean,
of course,
you have to be there for yourself. You have to be there for the people you love, but pay attention and listen.
Yeah. And I know that sounds a little bit like, I'm going to write myself a note. Sure. I mean, it's crazy, but I say do it because I have done that before, and I have been in sourpuss moods and then seen something and been like,
nice.
Cool. Whatever. I guess I'm not that bad.
Nice. Yeah.
So, okay. I am so sorry that we have to run and do another short one of these, but
Thank you for being here, though.
you
That
guys.
was really quality time, though.
Yes.
It was good quality time.
Yes.
We love you guys. Anything over here? Thanks, everyone, for being
Michelle
here.
West, love it.
Oh my gosh.
Check out Michelle's channel. She has a fitness channel.
She's a fitness
and she's
channel.
an amazing performer.
She's beautiful.
She was a friend of ours from Aladdin.
And let's say congratulations, Michelle and Matt. They're getting married.
They're getting
this
married.
Saturday.
I don't know why I'm whispering. We keep doing the hands, but hey.
I know. I don't know why.
All right, let's run through all of these. Gary Brandt had said, learned about a turkey drop and now lobster.
Yes, the turkey drop was very informative.
The turkey drop was very,
If you don't know about the turkey drop, check out last week's video.
Coffee and Tea. Love you guys. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. As always, y'all are the best. Also, the refinery's back. If you didn't catch it last week, it was probably one of my favorite episodes we have ever done for the refinery. It's season 2 opener. It was deep. It was intense. It was beautiful. It was fun. And we are doing another one this week. So we have this video today. We have a Thursday video. We have a Friday video. And then Sunday, because we were not able to do it on this past Sunday, we are doing a massive, exciting game night that I'm so excited about. So get ready.
Get ready.
It's coming. All right. Bye, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Love you.